Welcome back, everybody. Wrestle Relaunch, Phil Anonymous, Spongy T, getting back into it. 2022 kind of sucked, so we're hanging there. We got you. We're gonna pick everything up from basically where we left off at SummerSlam. Damn, 5 months, bro. Like holy shit. Oh God, don't be that guy. Sp- I was gonna say Sponge hibernated for 5 months. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's like the biggest name in the history of professional wrestling just left professional wrestling in 2022. And no, we're not talking CM Punk. No, we're not talking Hulk Hogan or Ric Flair. We know who we're talking about. As Homeboy was fired. Yep. World Wrestling Federation. Yeah. That's so weird. You get all that negative press and you just keep showing up. Like all you're doing is hurting the business. But people kept cheering for him. Yeah, no, we can't talk about any of these things until they're absolutely solidified and proven. So everything right now is rigid. Yeah. Yeah. So no, you missed it, you missed it, you missed it, you missed it. We're gonna do we're gonna do the one thing that me and Sponge were just talking about, getting set up here just now. We're gonna talk about the one pay-per-view in September that Sponge does not want to talk. Clash at the Castle. Oh man, he went down like real bad. Like real bad. He down, down. Oh no. It's so funny. I was so good with that. I saw it coming a million miles away. When you guys look at it, the Usos did not make the trip to Cardiff. Uh, so The legal issues surrounding Jimmy and Jay, the DUIs, they just catch up. England didn't want the bad press, so that they're just we're good. It's fine. Don't worry about it. You can bring anybody you want except for them. And I was all right with it. Like it wasn't really that bad, but Clash at the Castle was just it had its really good moments, and then it had its really awful moments. Oh, we had no idea. No, nobody noticed we were gone at all. The channel says August, and then the channel says now January. And and all of them, including Liv Morgan, were all like a foot and a half taller than Sponge. Oh, you can't say that word. It's 2023, bro. You were a little person, little person. Yeah, probably. Yeah, they fucking did. Didn't he regain the title? No, no, he didn't. Uh, oh, damn. How do you really? Well, it's funny because he sat there the entire time and he said, "You're letting these childlike people that couldn't even manage a target be EVPs of a professional wrestling company." And the whole time that he was sitting there and just talking down about the elite, Tony Khan was sitting there and nodding his head in agreement. And he's like, if I've got something to say, I've got something to say. I'm not going to hide from it. You can find me in the back and we'll talk about it afterwards. We can either talk or we'll do the other thing. Okay, it just so happens that it turns out that they were going to do the other thing. But Tony Khan was sitting there and he was nodding the entire time. I thought it was going to be a way better end to it, but I mean, when you go looking for a fight, you're gonna find a fight. Come on. They're unprofessional is the first thing that you got to say. Like they're fans. They're wrestling fans. They're not pro wrestlers. They're They're wannabes who know how to flip. You ever see it? You ever see a Young Bucks tag match in AEW? There's no rules. The referees are trash. Like New Japan didn't let them do that shit, which is why they were popular in New Japan. Kenny Omega didn't do all that stupid friggin' flailing around and dancing and fucking. New Japan would never allow it. This is why Kenny Omega was probably the best wrestler in the world in New Japan. And when he got to the United States and realized he could start dancing around because there's no consequences, then AEW started to suck. Of course, almost immediately, fucking, they put the trios titles on themselves. Same night that Punk got the title back, every single one of them got fucking absolutely stripped of those titles because when you act a certain way, you're not going to be a certain way. But all of that gave us the best silver lining of 2022 was the return of the devil himself. Spot of AEW since September is MJF. MJF is the most over person in wrestling today of anybody not named Sami Zayn because Sami Zayn is extremely over. But MJF walked right in. The crowd in Chicago was cheering louder for him than they did for Punk. That tells you something. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Steals were fired. That right. Every single them stripped of their titles, which just oh immediately. Okay, fine. Immediately that night, that very next night on Dynamite, when he made the announcement that they were all going to be stripped of the titles, they immediately kicked off that show with an opportunity for people to carry the torch and go forward between Death Triangle and the best friends with Orange Cassidy, and it just ugh, why? Like immediately for the trios titles, they're like, oh, our brand new titles that we just handed out the other day are already being held up because the executive vice presidents were all acting like children. Full, full gear. Full gear is always in November. North Carolina. I hate it when Justin Roberts says that shit. Means it means a fresh start. Nothing ever happened. Don't worry about it. Don't look over there. Don't look behind. Yeah, I mean that wasn't me. That was that guy that had the freaking the anime boss battle music. I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you right now. I loved Kenny Omega's theme in AEW. I thought it was amazing. But I'm gonna miss it. But no, I'm not. My favorite part was the very day that they started talking about the buyouts. The new Christmas ornaments came out with CM Punk, and I'm just like, wait a minute. If AEW is gonna buy him out, why are they gonna put his name on merchandise again? Like that's not how that works. He would immediately have sued them after that. Hey yo, Sponge. It's too close. It's too close to January 6th. You can't say shit like that, man. Come on. Oh, come on. Cheap shots. I'm from Winnipeg, you idiot. Well, that's immediately who they put the Ring of Honor World Title on as soon as Ring of Honor came into AEW. Like, what did you think? What did you think Tony Khan thought? Tony Khan loves these idiots for no reason. Yeah. No, that was a Tony Khan decision the entire time. Ugh, it was so bad. Yeah, but you know what? You know what? He won the world title the first time from Hangman Page, and then was injured and had to drop the belt. And then two times. Two-time AEW World Champion CM Punk. Two times he dropped the belt because he was injured. Like, maybe it's time for him to ride off into the sunset. I would love to see him in some form of capacity as a mentor in the locker room. Maybe a commentator. It's hilarious, but you need him. You need him backstage to help with the young group. Like, this is why. Like, listen to what Dax Harwood said. Like, all of them that came to CM Punk's defense, they said he was great in the locker room. He was helping out with the new guys who wanted to know if they were doing right or if they were doing wrong. And they sat there and they listened to him because he would literally sit there and watch tape of their matches and tell them how they were doing. Like, that doesn't sound like a bad influence to me. Like, you try to go up to, Cucamongas or jazz hands over there. Shout out to Jim Cornette. Uh, like they're not going to do any of that shit. They're going to be recording their stupid YouTube channel. I say, I say, as we're recording our stupid YouTube channel. I'm kidding. Jericho's more the elite now than he would be part of the locker room. Let's face it. Because he's a fucking wizard. Ugh. Yeah. No. No. It wasn't Sammy Guevara and Andrade. The first one was Sammy Guevara and Eddie Kingston. Literally yoked him up. Literally yoked him up because Eddie Kingston. Yep. And then it was Sammy Guevara having trouble with Andrade. You can't suspend Sammy Guevara. He's talented in the ring. Eddie Kingston isn't. If you would have if you would have suspended Sammy Guevara, one, he would have pissed off Chris Jericho. Two, he would have lost Ty Conti off TV. Like you can't do that. Eddie Kingston didn't have anybody in his corner like that to back him up, which is the same reason that the Elite's back and CM Punk's back, and CM Punk's not because CM Punk didn't have anybody in the locker room to vouch for him. The only people who vouched for CM Punk were FTR, and they haven't been on AEW television. Absolutely. You absolutely should. This was the same thing that I was saying because we've had a lot of these wrestling conversations off of YouTube. Malachi Black, perfect example, does not want to be in AEW. Is not being used. Of course, but when somebody's dealing with stuff like Malachi Black is, he wants to be in pro wrestling, but AEW is not using him to his full potential. Why would he want to be there? Like, look at what Triple H is doing with the guys that Vince was trying to bury. Karrion Cross, a lot bigger of a name now than he was in WWE when Vince was still there. Like, look at fucking Dexter Loomis is getting all sorts of TV time now. Like, the guys that can wrestle, like Dexter Loomis has zero mic skills total. But I'll tell you right now, the best thing that could have ever happened to WWE with Vince McMahon leaving was LA Knight. He's back on television talking the way that he used to speak in TNA and Impact Wrestling. He is the best on the mic at doing anything that he wants. He's better than MJF. He's better than CM Punk. I've said this in the past. LA Knight is the best on the microphone that you are going to have. The best on the best on the mic that WWE has had for a very long time is and has always been The Miz because he knows how to rile up a crowd. He knows how to get them onto his side just to insult them and just draw massive nuclear heat onto himself. But LA Knight is so much better than even The Miz at The Miz's own game. So LA Knight, very happy to see what they're doing with him right now, especially in that program that he's kind of in with. Spoiler alert, name redacted. We'll get to that later. Because we will be talking about all of the crazy returns. Like, oh boy, 2022 took on a crazy shape, especially for WWE. Astronomically, skywards. AEW's viewership has been declining so bad. There was one week where they had 237,000 viewers. I feel like one of our YouTube videos can do better than that. Oh, we're not on TBS or TNT or whatever the hell they want to be on nowadays. TNT doesn't even want them anymore. What the fuck, bruh? Yep. Nope. Before war. Well, I mean, there were pretty huge ones on Raw that weren't even returns that we just got to bring up because that whole Ezekiel Elias is back. Like that's pretty cool. Kevin Owens is back to being the prize fighter. He's not being a joke on television every week. I fucking love this. That first match that he had with Drew McIntyre was fire. I could watch that all day, every day. But we got a whole lot of returns to WWE, and they're all good. They've all been good so far. We've got Solo Sikoa showed up at Clash at the Castle. Johnny Gargano showed up basically right after that, which was absolutely amazing. Um, hell else did we get? Kevin Owens came back as a prize fighter. Elias came back, and fucking damn it, I knew he was gonna spout some bullshit like this. Yeah. Yeah, the DX reunion show at Barclays Center. I haven't even I haven't even noticed that. Hey, is that bad? I'm not paying attention. Oh, Rick Steiner's son. Yeah, Braun Breaker is so good. Well, we'll we'll get into that, and let's face let's face it. Let's face it. Of the language that we use here, this channel is not exactly family friendly. This is for the diehards on the wrestling fans who know. If you know, you know. We're not a family friendly channel. The mature audiences, no. Yeah, but you can't be family friendly and have mature language. Like you can't do that. Like you already referenced that white like four times already in this video for Tony Khan. So we're definitely not family friendly. Yeah, it's the chick that beat Mandy Rose on her way out the door. Yeah. Uh, you know what I didn't understand? At Worlds Collide, literally the day after Clash at the Castle was the end of NXT UK, which I don't understand that from a logical point. NXT UK was actually really good, but bringing in people like Ilya to be fighting against people like Braun Breaker, I love this. So Triple H is making all the right moves. Like I questioned the move at first, and then I saw the matchups that we're getting with the NXT UK guys being here in the US, and it's just so much better than I could have imagined. So I've got nothing to say. I take back my reservations. I was literally just gonna get to that right before NXT, right before Survivor Series War Games, we had the ongoing issues between AJ Styles and the Judgment Day, and he came out. It's like you know what? When you're right, you're right. All I needed was friends. All I needed was family. He hugged it out with Finn Balor and said, "Wasn't talking about you." And here they came, Gallows and Anderson, fresh off of leaving uh, Impact, AEW, New Japan, every single. Carl Anderson was literally the never open weight champion at that point when he came back to WWE. So, oh, that's fucking funny. Uh, we got the OC back. Asuka and Alexa Bliss came back just about that same freaking night, maybe a week later. Uh, Evening up the odds with Damage Control and Bianca Belair. Like Asuka and Alexa Bliss have been missing off of TV. Um, they're they've been doing really well. It's good to see them back in the. Asuka was the uncrowned MVP of 2020. The whole Thunderdome COVID year. Asuka was absolutely the MVP of WWE. She carried that entire brand. Um, Hilariously, Alexa Bliss has been plagued by a whole lot of really weird stuff going on in the background, and this I will hand right over. I will I will hand this right over to Sponge because Alexa Bliss is being absolutely targeted by. October. October. Yep. It was nope. It was still October. It was Extreme Rules. Extreme Rules was in October. Yes. Yep. Yep. Well, the, ma- the match was over. The match was over. Riddle had defeated Seth Rollins in the fight pit. The match was over. Everybody thought TV was going off. That they started leaving the cage, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the lights went out. Blew up. Up at the best part about that mask is that mask has been haunting him for weeks. It's not his mask. Uncle L.A. Knight. Yeah. Un- Uncle Howdy versus Bray Wyatt in a pitch black. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I can't. Oh, come on. Come on. We know who Uncle Howdy is. I Sponge, of all the things that I've predicted since the last time that we were on this channel, how many was I wrong about? Ugh. Where's the lie? Where's the lie? Where's the lie? I can't. I can't with that. AEW. I can't take AEW seriously. Where's the lie? That's all the AEW news we really have. Like the rest of everything that we've got for you guys right now is WWE. Because once it came time to get to Survivor Series and War Games, by the way, I love that pay per view. Every single fight was fun to watch. at Survivor Series War Games. Because the women's match, you had damage control on one side with Rhea Ripley. And on the other side, you had Asuka, you had Alexa Bliss, the return of Becky Lynch to go right next to the WWE Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair. That is a team that nobody should ever want to fuck with, and clearly Bianca's team walked out of that match with a dub. Like, come on now. Yeah, Alexa Bliss has been in every single specialty match that there is. She's been in a Hell in a Cell match for the women, I think. I know she was in the Elimination Chamber for the women. She won the first one. Um, I know, I know she was in a ladder match and a TLC match and a Money in the Bank match. Like Alexa Bliss is so durable and versatile. Like the people need to really see her worth. She's great on the mic. She's great in the ring. Like she can take as many spots as possible because she's tiny and frail and fragile. Like if you put her up against Rhea Ripley's gonna do massive damage because Alexa is so small and can take those bumps and spots like that. Like this is exactly what you want out of one of your top potential champions. But you know what? She's got the whole Bray Wyatt stuff coming back to her. She almost Sister Abigail Bianca out of nowhere. Like I was just like, I, I really hope she fucking wins this match. Like I'm so annoyed. We'll keep. No, I'm not. I already know what happened, and I fucking hated it. The men's match was good too. No, 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 no. Yeah, all three of the brawling brutes. Yeah, Sammy. I don't know how you got that messed up. Sami Zayn is the most over person in all of wrestling right now. There is a strong possibility that if Triple H doesn't take care of this as soon as possible, you're risking a match at WrestleMania with Sami Zayn versus Roman Reigns for the WWE title, Universal Undisputed, whatever the fucking 24/7 knock knock joke title. You put Sami Zayn up against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, and Roman Reigns just blows through Sami Zayn. You're gonna have so many pissed off people that it's going to be really bad. You need to run with the storyline where Sammy is still feuding with the Usos, and Jay will never accept him, and blah 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 blah. Have him team up with KO, have him go after the tag titles, and have him go up against the Usos. Let there be like footage on the from backstage of like Jey Uso just talking about keeping Sammy around because he's the comic relief. Let Sammy's feelings get hurt. Let him, turn on the bloodline because the end of the bloodline is coming soon. I don't know if like spoiler alert. I don't know if you guys really know this or not, but I'm not gonna let the bloodline carry the titles into year three. Like it's not gonna happen. I did. Yeah. it was fun it was fun to see John Cena once a year. I'm good at not seeing him in every main event, world title picture, and in history, because like that's just how they pushed him. But they did that with thank you. They did that with the last return to discuss, and I fucking hate this. So I'm going to sit out of this, and Sponge is going to tell you all about how SmackDown's women's division is just about to get as dumb as possible. I did not see SmackDown, so I will not be able to help you with it. Well, we have to keep a very close eye on the world title count now, because Charlotte Flair has almost as many world title wins as her father, which I hate this so much. Why do they keep doing this? They're like, "Oh, you were gone forever. Oh, let's bring you back and have you win in 2 minutes." Like, this is dumb. You spent all year building Ronda in the ring and on the mic just to have her show you that she's terrible. Oh, I did. I said just to have you proven to be that she's terrible on both. I missed? What do you mean, Jamie? No way. I'm calling Cap. I'm calling Cap. There's no way this happened. Ooh. Well, that sets us up because we're in January now. It is Royal Rumble season. We have we have the opportunity. We have the opportunity. This is going to be the first Royal Rumble written exclusively by Triple H. So we can see some really awesome shit here. Like we won't see a textbook finish. I want Tony Khan's father to fire him. No. No, I'm pretty sure we covered everything that needed to be covered. I'm currently looking up what's going on Raw right now, so we have our next thing to talk about when we're done with this video. This fucking guy. No. New York lottery. Hey, you never know. If he takes a crazy hiatus, every single everybody listening, if he takes a crazy hiatus, leave a comment down in the comment section saying, "Spongy, wake up." Sing it to him like that whole freaking thing from Stranger Things. Sing it to him. "Spongy, wake up. I don't like this. Spongy, wake up." Like, and then I'm gonna put this forward, and I'm gonna leave it to you guys, and not even Sponge. I'm not even gonna give him an opportunity to say no to this. If you guys want to see us put up a Twitch channel, leave a comment in the comment section because I will start this, I will do this, and I will run it, and I'll have us on the screen, and we'll be video chatting instead of recording. Deuces.